We're sorry, this commentary is not available in your country. Please visit talksport.com/commentaries to hear an alternative stream or listen to TalkSport 2 for even more live sport.
TalkSport has so much sport, we're running out of radio to play it.
In fact, we've got enough rugby, cricket, horse racing, boxing, motor racing and golf for an entire other radio station.
And the thrilling games continue!
The prodigal son of all radio stations is on the air. TalkSport 2, because sport never stops.
No stopping it now!
Get set for more live sport, more incisive pundit comment and opinion, and more Andrew McKenna.
Thank you very much. That'll do.
Sport radio that hits you for 6. TalkSport 2.
Ball into a ball and his volley is dragged it back onto the stumps.
Hard tackling live. Super League action.
Strong and hard and made of steel.
Live commentary of the UEFA Champions League.
Champions of Europe again.
Live Aviva Premiership Rugby.
They must surely score.
Golf coverage that's perfectly pitched.
We're not allowed to cry on radio. We're supposed to be tough.
Serving up live ATP Master Series tennis.
And Andy Murray, with his head in his hands, goes to congratulate Novak Djokovic.
I'm so happy. TalkSport 2.
Live international football.
What a goal!
Get in the ring. Go the distance. TalkSport 2.
And Fury's got it. A unanimous decision.
If you can kick it, hit it,
Goal it.
pass it, hut it, hot it, or catch it. You'll find it right here on TalkSport 2.
The prodigal son of all radio stations is on the air.
Can they make it two?
TalkSport 2, because sport never stops.
We're sorry, this commentary is not available in your country. Please visit talksport.com/commentaries to hear an alternative stream or listen to TalkSport 2 for even more live sport.
TalkSport has so much sport, we're running out of radio to play it.
In fact, we've got enough rugby, cricket, horse racing, boxing, motor racing and golf for an entire other radio station.
And the thrilling games continue.
The prodigal son of all radio stations is on the air. TalkSport 2, because sport never stops.
There ain't no stopping it now.
Get set for more live sport, more incisive pundit comment and opinion, and more Andrew McKenna.
Thank you very much. That'll do.
Sport radio that hits you for 6. TalkSport 2.
Ball into a ball and his volley is dragged it back onto the stumps.
Hard tackling live. Super League action.
Strong and hard and made of steel.
Live commentary of the UEFA Champions League.
Champions of Europe again.
Live Aviva Premiership Rugby.
They must surely score.
Golf coverage that's perfectly pitched.
We're not allowed to cry on radio. We're supposed to be tough.
Serving up live ATP Master Series tennis.
And Andy Murray, with his head in his hands, goes to congratulate Novak Djokovic.
I'm so happy. TalkSport 2.
Live international football.
What a goal!
Get in the ring. Go the distance. TalkSport 2.
And Fury's got it. A unanimous decision.
If you can kick it, hit it,
Goal it.
pass it.
Processed elsewhere. Labour stopped that plan. We didn't have any other plan in place.
Argentina's Football Association has been fined after players displayed a banner referencing the Falkland Islands following their semi-final win over England. The banner was criticised by politicians in the UK at the time, with Lib Dem leader Ed Davey calling for those involved to be suspended. There's also been bans handed out to 3 players following the brawl at the end of their World Cup final defeat to Spain. The Premier League season is just getting underway, with champions Arsenal hosting newly promoted Coventry City. Time limits for substitutions and VAR for second yellow cards are among the rules. And Britain's Jack Draper has joined world
relishing it.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, the fullback's making it fairly easy for him, but he's still enjoying himself, and the crowd are loving it because he's being so positive. There were so many times last year you see Arsenal, the wide players got it, come back into mid.
The away game is at Man City, and then they got Brighton at home, so it's a baptism of fire, really. It just puts more pressure on that match against the Tigers next Saturday.
When you get promoted and you look at that fixture list, I used to say, put it away, just put it away. Let's just worry about when we turn up, because you can never see 3 points. It always looks a bit tricky.
Well, they got a stack of goals last season, 97 in the league, the Big Cov, and that was the best in all 4 divisions. And in the 21st century, all 6 teams who've scored 95 or more in the Championship have gone up and have stayed up as well. I mean, the one thing you would say, I don't think it was a vintage Championship campaign last year, and I'm not decrying Coventry's achievements in any shape or form by saying that. I think they would have got promoted most years. I think they're a good side to come out of the Championship, but their 97 goals might not have been quite that many in some other years. This awkward start of the season notwithstanding, pretty confident they will be able to stay up. Here's Thomas. They'll get it forward up the Coventry right, but he's got the angle on that pass wrong as he looked for Chowner, and it's gone straight out. And it's an Arsenal throw. 5 to go to half-time, and it's 2-0 to the Gunners.
Yeah. Frank will be pleased, I think, at the moment, because Arsenal look like they're settling for just the 2. You know, they're not pushing, and that's really a nice feeling, actually, when you're on the sideline and you're 2-0 down, that the other side are not pushing for another goal. So at least you can get in at half-time and get some work done. 3 or 4 ideas for you at half-time.
Rushworth will chip the ball out of the right. And here's Milan van Ewijk. And the Dutchman can take it forward, and he's been allowed to progress a good 30-40 yards upfield. Little exchange of passes with Chowner. Back to Grimes. Grimes to Thomas. It's on the edge of the centre circle as he plays the ball back out towards Matt Grimes. Arsenal allowing Coventry possession here. And it's all in the Gunners' territory, but very much in the midfield third of the pitch. Amenda down to Thomas Asante. Thomas Asante able to turn and clip it down towards De Silva. Back for Thomas Asante again, rolling into the feet of Ellis Sims, edge of the penalty area. This is much better. Chowner out on the right is Van Ewijk. He's on the corner of the penalty area as he picks up possession. He's laid it back for Loom Chowner again. Chowner to his left. Frank Onyeka coming onto it. Didn't think about a shot. De Silva will clip a ball inside the area that is easily headed away at the far post. Little header back in, and then an overhead kick that ends up on the roof of the net. Chowner with a real high tariff attempt, and it looks as though he's sailing well over, but it died horribly on David Raya, who had to take a couple of nervy steps back right at the last, and was grateful just to ensure that that did dip over the bar.
That doesn't surprise me about Chowner. He looks like one of those sort of hit and miss players. He's done some unbelievable things in that far corner, and yet other times he looks really raw, and his defensive work isn't great. He's going to be a bit of a maverick, I think, but that was a decent effort.
Well, this Coventry starting 11 have got 4 Premier League goals in their history between them, and Chowner's got 2 of those. Cov hoping for their first top flight goal today since Mustafa Hadji scored for the Sky Blues at Villa. Well, they went 2-0 up. Sky Blues fans will remember this. 2-0 up. Ended up losing 3-2, and they were sent down by Villa that day.
Oh.
Hadji got both of the goals. Haven't scored a top-flight goal since then. Gabriel playing it out towards Solis. We've got 2 minutes to go to half-time here at the Emirates on TalkSport. It is still 2-0 as it's been for the last 20 minutes. You're listening to Arsenal Coventry on TalkSport with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it. And Ben White will play it forward now for Saka on the right-hand edge of the penalty area. Chopping and changing direction. Got past the Silva, ball inside the box is half cleared. And then Chowner to Sims, who spins it out to the right, and Chowner is brisk, and he gets to the loose ball head of Gabriel. Urenchi making a run ahead of him. Coventry maintaining possession, forced back by a diligent work off the ball from the Gunners midfield. And as it goes back for Grimes, he's just arced one over the top, which has not gone within 20 yards of any of his teammates.
Yeah, that's a championship pass. That just set back for the midfielder, and he turned it round the corner. And you can't do that at this level. That pass isn't going to work.
There's White. For Arsenal, there's not going to be too much time to be added at the end of this first half. Maybe only a minute. Rice side-footing the ball out towards Solis. There's that buzz again of expectation when he picks up possession. And Calafiori making a run outside him. Solis coming into a more central area. He's gone down. Arsenal still got possession. Referee thought about it. Allows play to go on. Odegaard through the 6-yard box, and Mendes there knocks it away and puts it behind for another Arsenal corner. They're fourth.
Yeah, some of their attacking play reminded me of Man City 2 or 3 years ago. Their little interplay around down the side of the boxes has been really good tonight, particularly down this right-hand side. Odegaard, Saka, and Havertz has been joining in as well. It's been real problematic for Coventry because they're getting outnumbered, and then they're just sliding crosses across. And at the moment, hopefully Coventry will get to just the 2-0.
A couple of minutes added at the end of this first half. They start with another Arsenal corner. Saka's gone short. He's found Odegaard, corner of the box. Back for Saka again. Got himself back on side. Space for Odegaard. Left-footed effort. And it's taken a little nick as it spins wide of the near post and out for another corner.
I think we must have had like 8-9 set plays tonight, of which Arsenal have played 6-7 short, which they definitely didn't do last year. So maybe those rule effects are starting to have an impact straight away with the champions. It's interesting.
Be interested to get your thoughts at half-time, whether you think that the game is better for it as well. As Saka prepares to take this latest one. Lewis Skelly making another brisk run.
Another short.
Has gone short again. Into Odegaard. Back for Saka. Saka to the edge of the penalty area. It's Rice this time. Just wide. Well, that's a number of times that Arsenal have worked pretty much that same corner or a variation on it, and Coventry just don't pick up the man on the edge of the box. And Rice has only put that about a foot or two wide of the far post.
When it come back to him, I was assuming it was a goal, if I'm honest, because Declan from that position is pretty efficient. Yeah, they've really worked the corners well today. Coventry are obviously thinking it's coming in the box. Probably worked all week on Gabriel dealing with the height that Arsenal have, and they've just changed it up. And that's what happens at this level. You know, you're always getting asked different questions.
Rushworth's ball forward, didn't get much distance on it actually.
No.
Almost as if he was firing it into the teeth of a biting wind. And he's with a better clearance this second time. Finds De Silva, chests it down, and Mender knocking it forward. And Odegaard stretches out and plays a right-footed ball into Coventry territory. It catches Kai Havertz offside, and that's going to be half-time. And a good ovation from the fans of the champions after what they've seen in the opening 45 minutes. Kai Havertz scoring in a third successive Gunners game. He's on 2 already in this new campaign, with Bukayo Saka adding a second. Coventry have had no answer to it. Arsenal with all the possession.
goals for Chelsea. Declan Rice, 4 goals last season and missed a really good chance at the end of the first half. Declan needs more goals. And there's no shame in being a newly promoted side losing to the Premier League champions on day one, but there is potentially shame in the manner of that defeat. Let's see how the second half plays out live and exclusive and only here on TalkSport. Arsenal 2, Coventry 0. Here's Alan Pardew and Jim Proudfoot.
Thank you, Adrian. Well, no changes being made by either team, so this is how they line up. Raya in goal for Arsenal, White, Mosquera, Gabriel and Calafiori, Rice and Lewis Skelly, Saka, Odegaard, Solis and Havertz, Rushworth in goal for Coventry, Fane, White, Thomas, Amenda and De Silva, Onyeka, Yerenchi and Grimes, Schauner, Sims and Thomas Asante. And Tom Bramall, the referee, gets us underway for the second half with Arsenal red shirts with the white sleeves, white shorts. They're kicking from right to left. And Coventry in their sky blue and white striped shirts with black shorts. Declan Rice in possession. A fair few empty seats ahead of the start of this second half. Certainly in the home sections, not in the away fans. Away to our right-hand side, who know that this was always going to be a part of the adventure, being back in the elite, that they would have some tough tests along the way. This has proved to be that so far. And they got work to do to try and engineer a potential way back into this or build some positives for the significant games ahead, like Hull at home next week. Arsenal in possession, just on the edge of their own penalty area. They'll work it back now for David Raya, who's one of those nights where he's glad he's not getting paid by the touch. The ball goes out to the right and he's got it back again. So he's probably already earned twice as much in this second half as he did in the first, Alan Pardew.
That's one way of looking at it, I suppose. Yeah, Arsenal coming out and just playing it around, really. Just trying to get a mental control of the game.
Ben White's got it. Remember Arsenal earlier today completing the signing of Ezri Konsa, who was paraded before the fans earlier. The ball forward here, Saka's offside. Konsa arriving in a £51 million deal with a few extras on top of that. It'll be interesting to see how he gets into this team. It is Mosquera and Gabriel at centre half today and Ben White at right back. And I think the fact that Konsa's got that versatility to play at right back as well as at centre half will be a real boon for Mikel Arteta, who as things stand right now is looking set fair for his 150th Premier League win as a manager. Coventry in possession though, as they try and get themselves into a position to halve the deficit. Schauner goes down right on the edge of the Thomas Asante, I beg your pardon, right on the edge of the penalty area. Arsenal get it away, then Havertz goes down and halfway. Now the referee isn't fussed about giving a free kick for either of those. The Coventry fans wanted a penalty for theirs. Yerenchi goes into the feet of Schauner, back for Grimes, who will turn, and the bearded midfielder plays in Bobby Thomas. 2.5 minutes into the second half, Arsenal 2 goals to the good. Ball chipped over the top here. Yerenchi will chase it. Out comes Raya, and he's able to claim it and then bowls it out quickly for Declan Rice.
Yeah, I mean, Coventry haven't really done anything structurally to their team. They've come out exactly the same format. So hopefully there were a few tough words in there, I'm guessing. See if we got a little bit more intent in them in this second half.
Are you surprised that there weren't any changes in personnel? Here's Odegaard, sorry Alan, as the ball goes out to the right for Saka. Little flick ball around the corner. It's pulled back towards the edge of the 6-yard box and bundled in. And Arsenal lead by 3 goals to nil as Odegaard wheels away, hands out almost with a sense of guilt written across his face. Little deflection on its way through there, I think. But Arsenal 3 goals to the good. And just as Coventry were hoping to lay a foundation with the potential to get themselves back into it, it's been taken away from them once and for all.
First attack, just come down the right-hand side again. Didn't really engage with a wide player. They got down the channels far too easy. It looks like a glaring error by the goalie to me. We're looking at the replay now. He gets into the byline. It comes back to Odegaard. He Yeah, he miscues it, and it puts the goalie is now falling backwards. He can't react, just gets a paw to it, but it's not enough to keep it out. It's a really disappointing goal for Coventry, and you know, you find yourself 3-0 down. Frank probably hasn't even come out yet.
3-0. They are having a look at the validity of that goal to see whether everybody was onside.
Yeah, White may have been offside, I thought, on the overlap. Let's give it.
The goal stands, and Martin Ødegaard, who only scored once all season, last season, has already got 2 in 2 in all competitions this, to add to the goal that he got in the Community Shield. It was a horrible moment for Rushworth, because he was going back, and it just, I think, took a little nick on its way through as Ødegaard played it in, and that wrong-footed the goalkeeper. There was no pace in it at all, so he's still got a good left hand to it, but because his momentum was taking him back, he couldn't get the strength to put a hand on it. And we're just having a look at the cartoon on the big screen that confirms that Ben White was indeed onside. Martin Ødegaard with the goal, 3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, you know, with goalkeepers, if their momentum is the wrong way, then they're really in trouble. And the deflection meant that his momentum wasn't coming forward, so therefore he was always going backwards. He could get no weight, he couldn't react in time, get his transfer his weight back to the front foot to get that ball out of the goal. And so it looks uglier for him, the goalie. I feel sorry for him a little bit.
Ødegaard's found Declan Rice. It's beginning to look ugly all around the place for Coventry here. Solis getting the ball inside the penalty area, and it's knocked away. Comes back outside the Sky Blues box. Ødegaard out towards Saka. Left-footed ball inside the penalty area. With Mosquera still forward, but he couldn't find him. Coventry will try and ease it clear with Jay De Silva over on the far touchline. De Silva winning a throw as Saka tried to flick the ball into him, but it has gone out of play for a Coventry ball.
You know, what's like, which always amazes me about the Premier League really, is that Coventry, if they come here in the FA Cup last year with the team that they had, they would have put on a far better performance than this.
Havertz, and another effort towards goal is just fingertipped over the bar by Rushworth. It was Lewis Skelly that struck it. Player who's only ever scored one senior goal in his career, but he had so much space on the edge of the penalty area, and he hit a rising left-footed drive in the centre of the goal. And Rushworth just got his fingers to it to help it on its way over. Now this will be the first corner of the second half. And it'll be taken on the Arsenal left-hand side by Declan Rice. Sixth corner. Solis waiting on marked edge of the penalty area. Rice raises his left arm above his head. He's seen it in really deep towards the back post. Plenty of curl on it. Decent defensive header in amongst the traffic. And Coventry will be able to get it away down the far touchline with Van Ewijk. But it's inevitably going to come straight back again. And Arsenal, who took their foot off the Coventry throat towards the end of the first half, are really hungry for more now.
Yeah, they've come out to seal the game, which they've probably done with that third goal. But the point I'm going back to is that, you know, Coventry, with these changes that they've made, have weakened the team, weakened the spirit, weakened the continuity of the team, and that can happen sometimes. It might take them a while to settle now, particularly if they end up with 4 or 5 against them tonight.
Throw is taken right down towards the byline. Coventry will clear. Chowner into the feet of Sims. Coventry have recently signed a new striker, 19-year-old Siddiqui Sharif, who can play through the middle. He can play off the right-hand side as well. They paid £20 million to Fenerbahce for him, so they've got other bodies to be able to come into this squad. Gus Harmer, that they brought back to the club this week, on the bench today, and Taiwo Awoniyi may well see some minutes in this second half. So there have been some new faces brought in, 9 in all, although a couple of them were on loan last season, and so they're not new. But I think that this just indicates the the size of the task that Frank Lampard faces, and probably, truth be told, that Jakirovic and O'Neill face at their respective clubs, Hull and Ipswich as well. Maybe just showing the gulf between the real top end of the Premier League and the Championship. But Van Ewijk brings it forward here for Coventry. Back it comes down towards the right-hand side of midfield for Grimes. Now Chowner, left-footed ball curved in, he's looking for Ellis Sims, took a brush off an Arsenal head, peels for handball from the Coventry fans, not the players significantly, and it's clear. And Mender then clipping it, down towards the right. Chowner's done well, back pedals, is able to chest the ball down. Van Ewijk on the overlap, chipping it in towards the far post, over Raya, but over Sims as well, and Saka back defending can find Mosquera. His clearance, and Mender will knock it straight back again. This is Coventry's best spell of pressure of the entire night. Forward it comes from Grimes, down the left-hand side. De Silva, inside the penalty area. Was he eased to the ground by Saka? The referee says it's a corner.
You're absolutely spot on there. Best little spell from Coventry. And it started from a great outside of the foot pass from a man to the centre-back. They got down this side, good cross from the full-back, who got 8 assists last year. But there was no one on the end of it. Sims, unfortunately, had gone near post and it went to the far post. But corner for Coventry. And a much needed lift.
Well, the fans, of course, it goes without saying, but still with him. Grimes going out to take the corner, and he's not in any huge hurry to do so, but standing ovation for him from the Coventry supporters. The fourth official, Jared Gillett, has just come onto the field for a moment. I don't know, there's a slight problem with one of the watches of the referee, I think.
It isn't a sponsorship ploy, is it? They haven't got to deal with a watchmaker.
Oh, you're a proper cynic. I mean, I know that there's Messi always doing his boots up before kickoff, so that you get a close-up of the boots.
You never know these days.
No, good idea though, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get on to it. In comes the corner from the Coventry left. It's an away swinger. Thomas attacking it, and it's clear. Saka trying to help it further away. Onyeka has lost it, and Arsenal can break from deep. And they're coming forward quickly. It's Kai Havertz to Odegaard, edge of the 6-yard box. Worked in, but too far ahead of Solis, who's offside anyway. And Coventry survive. But that was a potentially devastating counter-attack from Arsenal. Turning over possession from the Sky Blue set piece. And they very nearly punished them. But when the ball came, it just came a fraction too late.
Yeah, Odegaard, who's usually brilliant in those situations, he had plenty of time. Not only did he choose the wrong pass because he was offside, but he overhit it as well. You know, usually he makes the right decision there. That's what really makes him stand out amongst the rest when it comes to offensive actions.
There's Matt Grimes for Coventry. 4 of the last 7 Championship champions have been relegated in their first season up. In fact, in the last 10 years, Championship champions, 4 have finished in the top half, 4 have been relegated. And you'll be well aware that over the last 8 years, 14 of the 24 sides who were promoted have gone straight back down again. There is a big gulf between first and second levels, there's no doubt about that, widening all the time potentially, although Sunderland did their best to show that there is still life potentially for playoff winners, and best playoff winners performance in the Premier League for years. Here come Coventry again, bringing it forward. They're trailing 3-0 here on TalkSport. Ball played down the right-hand side of the box. Onyeka is chasing after it, and Lewis Skelly just got his body between him and Frank Onyeka, and ended up going to the ground. There was contact made. It's a free kick to Arsenal, which they'll take on the left-hand side of their own box. We play 13 minutes of the second half. Alan Pardew.
Yeah, Lewis Skelly just now and again takes real risks, you know, for a central midfield player. He took a couple in the first half. There was a couple of mistakes he made post last season, right at the end. And he made another one there. He's taking a real risk. He doesn't need to do that. He's so good. So he needs to just cut that side out of his game.
Do you think this is his best position, and that this is where he's going to end up playing the majority of games in his career?
Definitely. Because he turns really well in a central area. I was a central midfielder. He lets the ball run across him, but it buys him time. And his passing is good. Defensively, he's sound. So he's definitely his best position. I always thought He lacked a yard really at fullback against really, really quick wingers. Much more easier in there. Like me, when you're slow, you can get away with it.
Here's Rice finding Gabriel. Long crossfield ball from Rice, clipped to the outside of the right boot and brought down beautifully by Bukayo Saka. He's already scored his first Premier League goal of the season tonight. Ødegaard now out towards the right-hand side of the penalty area, getting it back on the corner of the box to Lewis Skelly, onto his left foot, back behind square for Gabriel. Gabriel coming forward to Ødegaard. Ødegaard out on the Arsenal right-hand side, finds Ben White, who then drops his shoulder and clips it in towards the far post, looking for Calafiori, but it's hooked away from him by Thomas Asante. Gabriel very elegantly buys himself a yard of space to get away from Sims, and Arsenal will bring it forward. There's some action on the Coventry bench. We're going to be seeing Victor Torp and potentially others as well, but with an hour gone, Coventry looking to rotate the pack shortly. Listen to Arsenal Commentary on TalkSport with Sky Sports, and don't forget that with Now you can stream all the Sky Sports action flexibly in minutes, like Arsenal versus Coventry live right now, stream via internet. Terms apply. Ødegaard to Solis. Solis getting it inside the box. Calafiori off balance, couldn't get a touch that he wanted, still got it back to Ødegaard, fired one in towards the near post, and Coventry got the bodies in the way and deflected it away for a corner.
Good stuff from Arsenal. You know, when you're in this position and you're the newly crowned champions, you can imagine there's a slight uncontrollable urge to be overconfident. But they've been good tonight, Arsenal. They've been on it. They've not been showboaty. They've been efficient, and that's been showing in their play. They made some really good actions tonight, and they're really highlighting that Coventry got a lot to do.
Declan Rice to take this latest Arsenal corner, which is their 7th. 3 goals to the good already. Another one that comes in short, finding Solis. Solis for Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly looking for Saka when surely he could have put his foot through it and fired it towards goal. The fact that he didn't belied the fact that he's only scored once in his career, and then Coventry chasing after it, having turnover possession, trying to work it forward for Van Ewijk. Arsenal got the bodies back and the Dutchman has conceded a free kick. But it came onto Lewis Skelly on his right foot, and I think everyone in the ground was amazed that he didn't shoot.
Yeah, he should have shot. But a nice piece of action there about why Arsenal's so good. So the shot doesn't come off, they break Coventry. Arsenal's recovery is like what Coventry should be. It's like fast, quick, get back into shape. There's Ødegaard who makes the actual challenge and gets fouled right in their last third. Right there is championship work rate.
So Coventry make their first change. Jurenci that's come off, and Victor Torp comes on to replace him to make his Premier League debut. The Danish attacking midfielder got 10 goals in the Championship last season. He's scored in his last 2 appearances, and he's come on just past the hour mark. Arsenal 3, Coventry City 0 here on TalkSport. And I remind you what's coming up in the rest of the weekend very shortly. Ødegaard clipping in inside the penalty area, but the retreating Coventry back line can work it away. Thomas Asante has had to do a lot of his best work in the defensive capacity, because Coventry just haven't been able to service their attacking players. Solis, who has seen plenty of it for Arsenal, into the feet of Havertz, who scored the first. Gabriel, Lewis Skelly threading it forward, looking for Ødegaard, the scorer of the Arsenal 3rd goal, but Bobby Thomas is there to clear. He's got it forward towards Ellis Sims, and Sims taking it on down towards the left-hand touchline. Will just poke it down towards that touchline, and Rice came across and made sure that Sims had no chance of getting another touch. And it goes for an Arsenal throw that they've taken quickly, as they will build from the back, going from right to left, leading 3-0.
There's a little sort of tweak to Arsenal tonight that I'm noticing, and that's in their sort of formation when they're offensive play. So down the right hand side you've got White, Saka, Ødegaard, Havertz and Rice. They really kind of have loads and loads of combinations over there, but then they leave Solis right out here on the left channel, and it's a nice balance, because when they switch it to him, he's just got acres of room to run at the fullback, and I didn't see that last year. Last year Martinelli played there, but he played tucked in. Here he is again. Loads of space.
Wearing 17 inside the penalty area. Havertz taking it on. Thomas recovered and taps it away for another Arsenal corner. He really looks the part, Christos Solis, who was the subject of one of the all-time great commentary lines. I wish I'd thought of this. If you love your Britpop from the 90s,
I love Britpop.
When he scored his first goal for the Canaries, the commentator said he came from Greece and that's his first for Norwich. Using the line Out of Common People by Pulp, which is sensational.
Oh, one of the great pop records, wasn't it, that?
Just magnificent. Chapeau. Here's Declan Rice to take this corner, right-footed, in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and Rushworth got caught in traffic, was headed away in front of him. Back out for Solis through a crowd. Rushworth recovering well, got down, got his hands behind it, and Van Ewijk in front of him does the rest to bundle it clear.
Yeah, Rushworth needed that save, I think. He got caught on his goal line there for the cross. Himself in all sorts of trouble, but he could save.
And Arsenal bring it forward. Have they won another corner? Or is it going to be a throw down by the corner flag?
I think he hit the corner flag, actually. Went out for a throw.
Ball spinning off Victor Torp. Calafiori just asking for clarification. And goes across to pick up the ball. Throw down towards Solis. Solis back for Mosquera. Mosquera to the right-hand side of the Arsenal midfield, finding Ben White. White to Ødegaard. Double change for Arsenal is imminent with Zubamendi and Madueke ready for action. Crossfield ball, a poor one. Van Ewijk seizes upon it, bring it forward for Coventry. Sims lets it run. Had few options really, because it was a poor pass for him. Worked well in the end for Onyeka to siphon it out towards the left-hand side. Thomas Asante, left-hand side of the penalty area, trying to get the crossings, well blocked. Ben White got in the way. Next phase of play, Coventry work another one in, that's clear. Comes out for Bobby Thomas through a crowd. He's hoping that he took a deflection on his way through and has gone out of play for a corner. The referee says no, goal kick. Coventry moaning about it. David Raya takes the goal kick quickly, and referee Tom Bramall says no, I'm not ready, because I'm still arguing about that last decision. And everybody's unhappy.
You're right, everybody was unhappy. Ray was good thinking by the goalie. You know, he just put it down and take it real quick while Coventry were all complaining. Two Arsenal players were on the break, but the referee wasn't having it.
Possibly hit both of Mosquera's feet on its way out, but it's easy when you've seen a replay. Zubamendi coming on for Rice, and Madueke for Saka, the two Arsenal changes.
Yeah. So the two England boys who have been training all summer get a little rest.
Now Martin Zubamendi coming on, off the bench now in 7 of Arsenal's last 8 games. Noni Madueke, who started the Community Shield, in fact scored Arsenal's last Premier League goal of last season. Came off after an hour in the Community Shield. He comes on midway through the second half today. And Coventry poised to bring Jack Radoni on very shortly for his Premier League debut. 3-0 Arsenal lead here on TalkSport. Listen to Arsenal Coventry with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk. It's going to be really interesting hearing the views of Frank Lampard after this game. You can hear from Frank and Mikel Arteta and more after we're done here with Will Gavin and Carlton Cole having their say on the first game of the Premier League season, the Sports Bar Weekender, and the reaction from downstairs here at the Emirates, along with your reaction in that show with Will Gavin and Carlton Cole, the Sports Bar Weekender, coming up after the full-time whistle here on TalkSport. 3-0 Arsenal. Calafiori finding Zubamendi. Zubamendi's ball back to Lewis Skelly, who protects it well, guides it away from Frank Onyeka. Gabriel will come forward, back out for Zubamendi again. Coming towards the edge of the penalty area, he's found Solis. Solis back to Gabriel. Gabriel for Lewis Skelly, getting the ball out from between his feet, trying to take it away and keep it away from Grimes. Gabriel will come forward. Chowner doesn't commit himself and then is able to win the ball back. He's under real pressure here, And I think the Arsenal fans thought that he bought a free kick, but he has had it given his way down by his own corner flag. That will allow Cov the opportunity to make a double change. And as well as seeing Rodoni, we're going to see Taiwo Awoniyi, who will replace Ellis Sims. Awoniyi, who they signed from Nottingham Forest, struggled for match time last year. He's had bad injuries, but Coventry have taken a punt on his fitness. They paid £9 million for him on Monday. He's scored in 3 of his last 5 appearances against Arsenal, and he's coming on here with 20 minutes to go. Yeah,
you know, he's had good experience in the Premier League, and he's a handful on his day. I think it's a good signing, I think, for Coventry. Hopefully he'll make an impact in this game.
So Thomas Asante is the other player that has come off, along with Sims, and Rodoni and Awoniyi have come on, and Awoniyi immediately has gone to ground holding his face, but play will go on. He's back up on his feet. And
wow. What a start.
Yeah, not much. That was a instant analgesic that sorted that out. As soon as he realised that play was continuing, he was okay.
Did himself no favours there, did he? He went down holding his face, and then as they attacked Arsenal, he got up as if he was perfectly okay.
How much can you read into this from an Arsenal perspective?
Well, you can read into it, but that real kind of offensive look with now just changed a little bit. They're on it. They're not complicating it. They're playing it very, very efficiently, and they look like a team who are not kind of gonna. Did you see sometimes with champions? You know, I think they're gonna. It's all gonna happen for them, and because they're champions, they're making it happen, and that's exactly what you would have loved to have seen Arteta tonight.
Yeah, since 2010, only Manchester City have retained the title. They have done it 4 times, but it has proved very, very difficult. When Arsenal themselves last retained the title in 1935, which gives you an idea of what an achievement it would be. Arteta would be the first manager ever to win the title in successive seasons for Arsenal. So when they won 3 in a row in the 1930s, they were under the auspices of a different man every time.
I see that stat this morning. I was astonished by that. So they won the title, manager went, for whatever reason.
Well, Herbert Chapman died, I think, which was part of it, and then I think I'm right in saying his replacement then was only on a temporary basis and then left. I think that's right. Arsenal will bring it forward here towards the edge of the penalty area. It's Ødegaard, a curving effort. Rushworth dived to his right, headed away from in front of him by Thomas. I think he would have saved it anyway. Arsenal come again. Ødegaard again, just outside the penalty area onto his left foot. Doesn't think about a shot. Knocked it to his left-hand side for Solis. Solis to Calafiori. Calafiori just outside the penalty area for Lewis Skelly. Good ball in. Calafiori didn't quite get there quickly enough. Rushworth out of the 6-yard box, smothers the ball at the Italian's feet, and Coventry survive. 3-0 Arsenal.
Great pass from Lewis Skelly, bit like he in the Charity Shield last week. Fantastic pass inside the fullback, and he was just unfortunately overhit just slightly, and the keeper got involved. But Arsenal look so comfortable. Even with the changes Coventry have made, you want to see a little bit more from them. You know, just give their fans something. I mean, their fans have been brilliant here tonight in that corner. They've hardly had anything to shout about.
But still they sing. I mean, their support has been absolutely top drawer. I wouldn't have expected anything less, but it has been really, really impressive, and will be throughout the course of the season. Van Ewijk now with the ball in his hand has an opportunity to launch a long throw. No towels to dry the balls this season. They are banned. Van Ewijk launching this in. Good trajectory on the throw, finds the penalty spot, but also the head of an Arsenal player, and it's knocked away by Zubamendi and out, and it gives him another opportunity to launch one in from pretty much exactly the same place. And he retrieves the ball off a white cone. He dries it on the inside of his shirt, bounces the ball once, makes his way back, gives the signal, rushes in, hurls it in towards the near post, looking for a flick from Thomas, which wasn't forthcoming. Arsenal clear, and Van Eyck comes onto it himself and just knocks it back for Onyeka, and the former Brentford man, sending a spinning aerial ball out towards the left-hand side. Rodoni can help it on and will continue his way inside the penalty area. Arsenal only just smuggling it away from Awoniyi to find David Raya, who clears, gets it to halfway, and Aurel Amenda has it. And he'll play it through the centre circle and out towards Frank Onyeka. Coventry with a little bit more possession in the last 10 minutes or so, but that's a byproduct of the scoreline as much as anything else, with Arsenal leading this 3-0 and on easy street. Here's Victor Torp, another player who lit up the Championship last year. Back from him to Grimes. Grimes to Amenda. Back for Rushworth. Out from Thomas, and this time challenge in the midfield gives Frank Onyeka a free kick. It was Lewis Skelly, the perpetrator of the first one, and there was another collision off the ball as well. A free kick though to Coventry, and a double change for Arsenal. Barry Chiesa and Mikel Merino, the players that are coming on, and listen to this ovation for the departing Christos Solis.
Yeah, excellent performance from him, giving Arsenal another dimension there. They now got a wide player who's just going to keep running at the fullback and taking him on. Great addition to the squad that has been. Odegaard's been terrific too. He gets a nice standing ovation. Not bad subs. We've got two World Cup winners now on the pitch, and Eze. That's the strength of Arsenal.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Mikel Merino, who played 45 minutes of the final, has come on. He's replaced Odegaard in the midfield. Eze has gone out to the Arsenal left-hand side, replacing Solis. They'll play that role in a different manner, you would imagine. Coventry working it forward too much, though, on Chowner's ball as he looked to get out Awoniyi in behind Mosquera. And Arsenal can easily field that and bring it forward again with Ben White.
Yeah, Eze come out here on the left-hand side, which I think has always been probably his safest position in the Premier League. Probably as a number 10, he doesn't really do enough for the team. But on this left-hand side, he comes and plays inside, be a real problem. And he picks up that ball just on the edge of the area.
Arsenal setting their stall out tonight, leading 3-0 tomorrow. Manchester United hope for a winning start to their Premier League campaign, the first full campaign under Michael Carrick. They go to Hull. 11 the build-up starts here on TalkSport ahead of a 12:30 kick-off. Arsenal bringing it forward again towards the edge of the Coventry penalty area. The pass for Zubamendi, as a diving header is able to knock it away, and Coventry will get it forward towards Awoniyi. Almost on halfway, ball from him to Jack Rodoni. A little reverse towards Victor Torp, didn't come off, and Arsenal win it back. Eze will make his way through the middle. Lovely turn from Madueke. Eze waiting for it. Havertz has got it, couldn't find him. Marino, it was, I beg your pardon, and Rodoni will be able to bring it away for Coventry down the left.
Yeah, he should have done better there. It's a great bit of play by Arsenal again. Just let down with the final moment.
Now Awoniyi can hold it up. The Nigerian striker laying it back for the Dane, Victor Torp, out to Jack Rodoni. A player who, for the last couple of years, has oozed Premier League class in the Championship. Coventry's number 5 making his top flight debut today. Back from Torp to Grimes. Grimes down towards the right-hand side for Van Eyck. Thomas back into the feet of Grimes again, and then Thomas will go back to his goalkeeper. So it's Hull Manchester United at 12:30. A Championship action for you tomorrow. West Ham Charlton, a London derby to savour. The Alan Pardew derby, a few of those to be fair. That's a 3 o'clock kick-off on TalkSport 2. Sunday, West Brom Burnley at high noon at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion Burnley kicking off at 12. That's also on TalkSport 2. Game Day Live with Adrian Durham, Stuart Pearce and Charlie Adam joining Adrian tomorrow. The award-winning Game Day Live at 2:30, including all the goals as they go in. News of the likes of Forest against Leeds, and Leeds manager Daniel Farker and Brentford boss Keith Andrews will both be on Weekend Sports Breakfast tomorrow morning. join Katie Shanahan and Tony Cascarino from 6 to hear from Messrs Farker and Andrews, and Palace's FA Cup and Conference League winning keeper Dean Henderson as well. It's the weekend sports breakfast, Saturday, tomorrow from 6 here on Talk Sport, where one of the topics of conversation will be an Arsenal win, but margin as yet unknown. Zubamendi's got the ball in the midfield. It's 3 goals in Arsenal's favour at the moment, as they have the ball on the edge of the D with Gabriel. Now to go to the right hand side of the box before going back for Raya, who just side foots it away. And the Gunners can just sort the ball before Ben White knocks it through the midfield. He's found Mikel Merino. The likeable Spaniard has got runners to his left. One of them is Calafiori, as making further ground down the left. Just pokes it back. Merino taking the ball. It's a lovely turn just to buy himself a yard of space away from Frank Onyeka, who can't put a challenge in. Eza has it more centrally as he picks up possession this time. He's gone out towards Ben White. 20 yards outside the box as Arsenal getting Capier ready for action. He'll be on in a moment. That'll be their final change. Zubamendi for Lewis Skelly. Back out to the right hand side of midfield for White. Noni Madueke, good man to be able to bring on. Pokes it back outside the penalty area for Zubamendi.